Hi, I'm Steve Dudash from IHT Wealth Management. Welcome to this week's Wealthcast. Mike from Texas asks, do you think I should rebalance my portfolio? And if so, what should my 2017 allocation look like? Truth is, by this time of the year, we would have already had our 2017 outlook posted, but the reality is, because of the Trump presidency, everything got pushed back a little bit. But we are lucky here. Because of our size and our scale, we get some of the top managers, institutional managers from across the country will come here and sit down and show us their outlooks. Vanguard, Fidelity, BlackRock sit here and talk to us about what they like and what they don't like. And then we apply that to our in-house institutional managers who've been doing this for decades, come up with our strategy. And the reality of our strategy of this year is we all believe that there's a trade war coming. And I'm not trying to be political, I don't care about all that stuff, but isolationism, protectionism, tariffs are the reality of the situation that we're currently in, and so we want to prepare our portfolios for that. And the biggest area that's going to be hurt by that is large U.S. multinational stocks. Fords, Boeing, IBMs of the world that make a lot of their money outside the U.S. They're the companies that are going to be hurt when these tariffs and the trade war does take place. So I'm not trying to say you need to sell out of all your large U.S. stocks. That's not ever a good idea. Market timing never works. And I know everyone watching this has the one situation where they perfectly timed it. I know I brag about when I bought Apple right before the iPhone came out. But the reality is we're talking subtle changes. Peel back the gains you've made in the last few years. Add protective strategies like options or structured products, or hold more defensive positions within your large cap space. Taking that overweight, trim it back, and now put it into the areas that do benefit from these type of policies that we're likely to see. The whole America First thing doesn't really help large multinationals, but it does help those small companies in the U.S. So overweight your small caps space. Looking at companies that will take advantage of the fact that we probably are going to have a lot of internal spending, roads, bridges, things along those lines, and will benefit from a stronger dollar in that sense, and will benefit from more stimulus at that level. International, if you're okay with risk, and I know this is longer than a 2 or 3 sentence thing, but Europe right now has got a big year ahead of them. They got 3 or 4 major elections. A lot of people are worried about Brexit Part 2 taking place. Statistically, though, we don't feel that there's a high probability of that taking place. So you're able to buy in at lower valuations, cheaper prices today than generally you would normally be. So take advantage of that as long as you're okay with the amount of risk, and get some outsized gains in your portfolio. Finally, large, long U.S. government bond positions, there's virtually no reason to own them unless you're a pension. So we're trimming that back almost to zero. There's no yield on it. You're going to see negative returns in the next few years. So taking back on those positions is something that we're looking at. So rotate out of some of your large U.S., buy into the small U.S., buy into the international markets, Europe, if you're comfortable with that amount of risk, and then trimming back your U.S. government bonds. So if you have any questions, please reach us at IHT Wealth Management, or sorry, at IHT Wealth. IHTWealthManagement.com is our website, or go to LinkedIn and Facebook anytime. I hope you find this helpful. Have a nice week. We'll talk to you next week.